my channel, sports fans. Okay, let's get into this one right here. Look at this nonsense on your screen. Look at this nonsense on your screen. Look who you have to vote from. Look at this. It's a joke. Look at the people you have to choose from. It's a complete joke. It's always been a complete joke. And before I get into this, and before you think I'm picking a side, this is what I'm going to say. But I'm in my car right now, so it might be a little muffly or whatever like that. I got things to do. So let's go to the law. Let's go to the law. Okay? And the law says you have a popular vote and an electoral vote, right? Electoral vote and a popular vote. Well, who gets what? Well, the citizens, right, get the popular vote. The electoral vote, right? Who gets that? Well, not the citizens. The people in Congress and different people that they choose who are the wealthy and rich and who in this world. So if you're just a regular citizen, right? That's you. You only get the popular vote. And what vote elects the president? Well, according to the law, it's not the popular vote. It's not the popular vote. It has never been, and it never will be. Okay? Get that through your head. Most people don't know the law. So the popular vote is just to see who is the most popular candidate. The popular vote will never win and put any president in office. Go look at the law. Go look at electoral vote versus the popular vote. So basically, you have no say-so in who's going to be the president. That's why they have a whole different voting process after the citizens vote. Now remember, only the citizens are supposed to vote. They're not supposed to, even though your vote don't count. It does count as a popular vote, which doesn't elect the president. But only citizens are supposed to be voting on the popular vote. So that being said, they get you guys all wound up every 4 years about something that you have no say-so in. It's just a joke. And what will determine the next president will be companies and corporations, the big ones, that lobby to have the next 4 years steered in their favor. Okay? This is why they bring in all these, not only immigrants, but illegal immigrants, because it favors the companies and the corporations that do what? They pay for these people, these people who's running for office. They pay for their campaigns. You don't pay for nothing, okay? You're not spending millions of dollars so these fools can go around and campaign, right? Not just people who are running for presidents, but we're talking about other people in office, from senators, presidents, all these people in office. Right? That's why you have lobbyists, which should be one of the most illegal things in the world. These lobbyists are people who companies and corporations put out there to go to the Senate and the Congress and give these people money to make laws in their favor. As a citizen, what are you good for? Well, you're good for waking up and going to work and making this company, the United States corporation, money through your tax dollars. They get your money, right? So you're very vital for the companies and corporations as citizens, so the United States can get your tax money. Trillions of dollars a year. Okay. This is what I'm going to say. And I don't want to offend nobody, but I really didn't know how the world really ran until I left the United States and I start going to other countries. And it's not too much how the world is ran. It's about, I didn't know what was going on in the United States until I left the United States and I start going to other countries, right? Especially poor countries with brown and black people in there, right? You know, the people who are coming to this country by the millions every day. I really didn't know what was going on. And look, I will go to some of these countries on vacation, to party, to have fun, to go to these beaches that in these hotels I was told about that was going to be there when I got there. The problem is, when I got there, I was taken back. You know, you see some of this stuff on TV, how poor these third world countries really are. And, you know, growing up poor, I thought I really grew up poor, right? According to the American standard. But when I got over there, I was shocked. I had chill bumps. I wanted to cry for these people. I couldn't believe it. They was living in shacks. They didn't have any air conditioner. They didn't have any hot water. There's no WIC. There's no food stamps. There's no welfare. There's none of that. There's no free lunch at school. There's none of this for these people. And this is basically 3/4 of the world. And like I said, a lot of these places are vacation spots for, you know, not only Americans, but, you know, I find it funny that the richest countries are what? Australia, Canada, the United States, Australia. What do these countries have in common? I'll let you figure that out. I'll let you figure that out. Okay? So, it's no coincidence that these people just can't up and leave their countries. 3/4 of the world, where the majority is these countries, majority of people are brown and black. But it's just no coincidence that they just can't up and leave and go on vacation whenever they want. You know, like we can in the United States, or, you know, if you live in Australia, Canada, UK, you can just get a passport and go to any country you want. These people, it's illegal for them to do anything like that, right? They can't do it unless the government there knows you already have money and you have a business and you have a reason to really come back. Meaning, they don't want those people leaving, because if they left, they're not coming back. Right? So, I really didn't know what was going on in the world or in my own country until I started traveling the world. And as a person of color, a man of color who traces his people back through genealogy on my mother's side to the 1600s, on my father's side in the 1700s. I'm not a first generation. I'm not a second. I'm not a third. I'm not a fourth. My people have been here for a long time, built this country, fought in all these wars, paid taxes, went through all the ups and downs, went through the pop culture. So my people are American through and through. And I can take it a little bit further, but it's too many dummies out there that don't know the real history of the world, let alone the history in the Americas that they've been lied to. So I won't even go down that avenue, because it seems like it just baffles me how you don't even know this stuff if I was to tell you, with all this information out here the past 20 years about the real history of the world and the real history of the Americas. But we'll leave that alone, because we have a lot of dummies. And I was saying this before, the elders really aren't here to teach you anything besides religion and politics. That's it. That's the really most, they with all this information that you can find out here that's new that we thought was, information that we thought was real in the past. And now you can find the new information. Remember, we're supposed to be in a technology age, a futuristic age, and nobody, the majority of the people are thinking back in the damn days, back in the past of the lies they've been told about history. And I'm not blaming it on the elders. There's a lot of people that's young too that they're not going to leave any knowledge for the children besides religion and politics. That's it. That's all these people have to grasp onto in this life. Religion and politics, which hasn't gotten the world nowhere but fighting, wars, slavery, all this stuff. That's all it's gotten you. So yes, my people are American through and through. And when I hear people of color who have been here for a long time, who are anti-American, who aren't proud to be American, it's just crazy. And if you claim you came from somewhere else and you don't think you're American, well, look at these other people in the Americas of color. Their story that they claim, that they've been told, they come from other places too. Right? They come from other places too. But you can't go to their country and make them anti-Cuban, Dominican, Brazilian, Venezuelan, whatever, Mexican. They love their nationality and who they are, regardless of how they got there and when they got there. So I'm going to tell you this. I have no problem with immigration, right? This seems like a big thing that's going on all around the world, where these people, where the demographic is getting changed around. The governments don't want to take care of the generational citizens that have been there for generations. Their people have been there for generations. The governments no longer want to take care of generational Americans. They think that these new people that's coming to the United States are more important. Illegally and legally. And why is that? Because again, they don't care about these people. They care about getting these people in and working for cheaper labor. That's it. That's it. They don't care about them having an American dream. They don't care about their countries being poor. They have to get these people in because these big companies and corporations, they do what? They pay for their campaigns, right? So why would I pay? What would I get out of it for me as a big corporation or company paying for your campaign? What would be the sense? Just because I like you? No. It's because now I want you to usher in all these people to my companies, illegal or legal, and I'm gonna tell you about legal in a minute. So I don't have to pay them nothing. So I won't have to pay them what I pay Americans, especially the generational Americans who have been here a long time, who really built this country on a lot of it on unions. Remember, it was you make money, I make money. We're not going to make the equal amount of money, never, because you're the company. But you make money and I make enough money so I can take care of my family. You got to remember, back in the days, a man could take care of his whole damn family while his wife sat at home. And they start convincing these women that, you got to work. You can't sit at home. You're going to come on, when your husband comes home, he's just going to come home pissed off and beat you up, and all this wasn't happening like that, man. See, they convinced a woman to go to work, and now she feel like, yeah, I'm proud, I'm working, and I got my own and all this stuff. So now they put the cost of living for two people, right? Because they figure if you got two people working, rent is a breeze. The cost of living is a breeze. Now, if you don't have two people, you're paying rent for, well, if you're one person, you're paying rent for two people. You get it? So if you go get a house or apartment, it's set for two people paying rent. Paying rent. So if you're by yourself, you're paying rent for two damn people, right? So now the woman who wanted to work and have her own, you know, the J-Lo's, the Beyoncés, and the Janet Jacksons, and the Pebbles, and all these women, and the Madonnas, guess what? They're rich. They don't have nothing to worry about when it comes to money. Now, what the woman does now, she does even more. Because remember what she did when she stayed at home. She cooked, she cleaned, she took care of the bills, she made sure the kids were getting ready for school, picked them up, made sure their homework was done, right? And then the man, he basically did man stuff and went to work and took care of the house financially. Now, the woman does everything I told you she always did. But now, well, you can include, she had to make time to have time for her man, right? So all those things that she used to do, she still does them. But now she has to work on top of that. So now your woman is a pissed off robot because the duties that she used to do, staying at home, she still does them even though she has a job. Only thing is she has a job now, so she's more pissed off because she's doing more. Because most men don't want to do all the stuff that she was doing before. They just want to work and come home. That's it. Maybe do some man stuff, maybe build and cut the grass. But your wife had it more easy. The only reason why they wanted her to work so they can raise the cost of living, so they can have more tax money. They don't give a damn about your wife. And now you guys are getting in more confrontations. She's with another man all day. He's all up in her face. You know, the man that hoping, oh, just one day I can have this chance. The dude that at work that makes her laugh, wants to talk about her feelings, all this stuff. Now she's on. You don't believe me. How many Asian women, Indian women, and Arab women do you see, well, wives, do you see working alongside another man? It's rare. They keep their woman at home or next to them at a damn business. You ain't fixing to be working with their wife. So we have on the screen, what we have is essentially two first-generational immigrants right here on the screen. And I have no problem with it. I have no problem with immigration. Again, like I'm going to tell you, what the problem is with immigration is you can't have, you can't set up immigration for people to come to this country, do it right, pay thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars doing it the right way. But yet you have a standard for other people who can do it not only the wrong way, but do it the wrong way and get jobs making $1,000 a week. Some of them do. Don't think they don't. Doing it the wrong way and getting jobs and all this stuff. It's ridiculous. Getting Medicaid, getting food stamps, getting welfare, getting all this stuff, cell phones, money, illegally. Who pays the tab? American taxpayers pay the tab. That's who paid the tab. For their children to be born here. They haven't paid no taxes. So you're going to end up paying for their baby to be born in the hospital. So basically, you set up a law for immigration for people to come here and do it right. But on the other hand, you break the damn law, right? To get these people in here to do it the wrong way. So we got the people that we vote for who are breaking the law. And essentially, the United States wants this place full of immigrants because the cycle in the slavery has to continue. They need more and more people to keep coming in and working for nothing. And you got these people that's coming in here, and good for them. Within a few years, they got $10,000 in the bank. They got a new house, got a new car, all this stuff, and they have never went through the pop culture, the ups and downs in the United States. They just come in at 30 years old, boom, you got good credit. 40 years old, 25 years old, don't have to go through no ups and downs. They just come, boom, you're good to go. You get this job. Starting up businesses, you can't even speak English. So you done sent these children to school for all these years, right? You done sent me to school all these years for what? To learn all this nonsense, but yet these people just walk in and start up businesses and get these jobs not knowing a lick of damn English. Not having to care about any history that went on in this country. I really don't know what to say, man. I think it is pretty much over in the United States. Trump ain't gonna save you. This woman, damn near, if it's a woman, she got a bigger head than him. I don't know how that's possible. The Democrats damn sure ain't gonna save you. All the small town. Remember, when I was growing up, only the big city had immigrants in it. Had a sizable immigrant population, but it was still Black Americans and white Americans who made up the majority of the population in the big cities. The big cities. Immigrants in small towns were basically the 60s, 70s, 80s, 50s, 40s. This is the 1900s, going even further. Immigrants were nowhere to be found in our small towns. It was black people and white people in every state in the small towns. Now you go to the small towns, it's full of immigrants, especially illegal immigrants. It's full of them. So I really don't know what to say. I think the United States is basically over. It don't matter who you bring in. This inflation, we ain't even start to feel it yet. These people have gave money to illegal immigrants, billions, to these countries who's fighting these wars, to companies and corporations. When we went through that COVID, they gave all these even small companies, even people who had an LLC, that weren't even running the damn company. They gave companies that already had millions and billions. They gave these people money. We're basically screwed. It don't matter who you bring in here. You ain't even started to feel this inflation. I really don't even know what to say. I really don't even know what to say anymore. It's a joke. And like I said, you're fighting over nothing. Your vote don't count. That's it, man. So you best just you best just, I don't know, maybe save your money. You definitely can't make it out here on your own. You see what these immigrants do when they come over here. They can't get no high paying jobs. And that's why I was telling you why it's so important to have these people over here, so they can keep the cycle going and paying these people, whether it's legal or illegal. So they can keep paying these people nothing. And then they're not going to keep getting paid nothing, right? So they want to get paid money after a while. So they're either going to leave that job or they're going to ask for more. So the ones that leave that job, they got to replace them. They're not going to replace them. Remember, most of these jobs that these illegal immigrants do, right? Americans did these jobs. And what did they start saying? They start saying Americans don't want to do these jobs. This is a lie. What it is, once one company start getting away with bringing these illegal immigrants in for work, another company, Bob said, well, I'm going to do it. So Joe start doing it. So Reggie all these people start doing it. And now this is the thing. And now they can tell you Americans don't want to work in the field. They don't want to work in the factory. They don't want to do construction. They don't want to do none of these jobs. That's what they tell you on the news. Have they ever went to you and have had Americans on TV and verified this? No. This is what our people do or did growing up. building this country. We did these jobs, worked at the steel mills. Everything that these illegal immigrants are doing now, factory work, Americans did it, okay? They just don't want us in these fucking jobs no more because they can pay these people basically no insurance, no health care, no workman's comp, either getting paid by the day or bullcrap money. That's why they don't want Americans. But they'll lie and say Americans don't want to do these jobs. And what they did was they kept us out of these jobs for so long that now we're not acquainted to the jobs, right? They gave us this pop culture where we just want to be cool. We don't want to sweat. We don't want to do hard work. And this is what our people did back in the day. They were craftsmen. They could build stuff. They worked in fact. But you got to remember, we did a lot of this stuff off of unions, and these people in the government came and replaced our unions with these immigrants, and mostly illegal immigrants. That's what these people did. So you can vote who you want to vote for.